Hi, good evening. Traffic Warden Woon here today, and today this video is to address to road users uh, to obey and comply Traffic Warden, and to also address road users on the Road Traffic Act 1961, specifically sections 142 Bravo 1, Bravo 2, section 143, subsection 9, section 1201 Alpha, 1 Bravo, subsection 2, 3, and 4. This is where our statutory power as Traffic Warden lies. More on that later. I'll expound more on that later. So, basically, our role as a Traffic Warden is to ensure road safety tantamount to zero accident. Zero accident to service road users, to regulate traffic, and to enforce traffic regulation, to ensure that road users comply to traffic laws. That is our role. You must understand that traditionally our role is that of a traffic police. Traffic police that does marshalling back then. And then the culture, the tradition went down to from traffic police to auxiliary police, APO, and then after APO came to ASO, authorized security officers, which we call TMO, traffic management officer. So traditionally our role is that of traffic police. You must understand we are licensed by traffic police and we are sanctioned by Land Transport Authority (LTA) to marshal on the roads. So basically our role is that of TP, traffic police. A lot of traffic controllers don't understand that. I'm going to touch more on the Road Traffic Act later and cite examples of what we can do using our statutory power. Basically, we have the same statutory power as a traffic police, same statutory power of police, traffic police, auxiliary police, employee of authority. And I'll give more examples on these personnel that are authorized to regulate traffic on the road. I want to touch on the words, on the term traffic warden. Okay, you might have come across several, or rather a few terms used to address us. There is traffic controller, there is traffic marshal, there is traffic management officer, TMO, and of course there's traffic warden. Now, I prefer to call myself traffic warden because the word warden carries a lot of weight and power. It conveys reverence and respect, which are like, when you hear the word warden, you'll be like, wow, don't play with this guy, my song. This guy, wow, don't play with him. He's, someone, a force to be reckoned with, right? So traffic warden. Why I don't like the word traffic control, okay, basically, you must understand, traffic control, traffic marshalling, traffic management, all these are verbs. You know what's a verb and you know what's a noun, right? So verbs versus noun, verb and noun. The verb is an action performing something. So traffic management, traffic marshalling, traffic control, these are verbs. The person executing this task of traffic control, traffic management, traffic marshalling is a noun. And the noun is traffic warden. The person performing it is a traffic warden. Therefore, I don't call myself traffic controller, I don't call myself traffic marshal, I don't call myself TMO, traffic management officer, I call myself traffic warden Woon. Traffic Warden Woon and I take my job very very seriously, very professionally. I uphold highest and utmost professional standards and I hold myself accountable. Okay, so basically that is the thing, right? The difference between, as I mentioned, the noun and the verb thing. The traffic warden is the person performing the role. And the action of doing all that is traffic control, traffic marshalling, traffic management, but the person is the traffic warden. And I myself personally don't like the word traffic control because it's very controlling, right? Then traffic management, very micromanaging. Imagine you have a girlfriend or you're meeting a new girl and she's asking you, so what do you do for a living, Mr. Woon? And I'm like, I do traffic control, security traffic control. So what is traffic control about? Control traffic, being very controlling. Right? She might ask you, what's traffic management all about? Then you say, manage traffic law. Micromanage road users, micromanage drivers, micromanage traffic. Or she might ask, so what is traffic marshalling all about? Then you'll be like, traffic marshalling law, like marshal here, marshal there, marshal everywhere law. So I prefer to say traffic warden because the person who is doing all this is a traffic warden. You understand where I'm coming from, right? And traditionally, our role is traffic police, licensed by police to play the role of traffic police on the road, sanctioned by LTA to marshal on the roads for roadworks and for any situation on the road requiring the expertise and the skills, requiring the sound expertise and of a traffic warden to perform their tasks on the ground. Okay, so basically that is it. And this video, I thought of doing this video because I think it's a long awaited video. I wanted to address road users who do not understand the need to obey traffic directions and obey and comply to our directions while performing our role on the roads, while discharging our duties on the ground, performing our duty and responsibility on the ground, regulating traffic. And many of them still argue with us. I've had a recent altercation just about 2 days ago, and this driver, he was a very stubborn, impatient and obnoxious driver. He refused to reverse. He still moved. Basically it's a two-way traffic on single lane carriageway, what we call two-way access contra flow and I haven't given him clearance yet. I just wanted him to reverse back because there's no room for him to move forward if the oncoming vehicles haven't cleared. And just as the vehicles are moving in, he dashed in, so he risked causing an accident, causing a head-on collision, or sideswiping other vehicles along the way. So during the course of our duty, we meet a lot of these kind of drivers, basically very irritating and very stupid, very dumb, very idiotic. So I hope that this video would then address all the viewers who are watching, if you're a driver especially, to obey and comply to our traffic, to our instructions and directions to follow a particular line of traffic, or to stop, or to wait for our instruction before we give you clearance. Okay, so hope this video is to create awareness and to educate road users, especially drivers, and not just for drivers, also for cyclists and pedestrians and all micro mobility users like personal mobility aid, PMA, PAB, power assisted bicycle, or PMD, personal mobility device users, scooter, all this kind, all sorts of people out there who use the roads, basically road users. And this video is really for you guys, so I hope that you stay on and watch the video in its entirety until the end. Be patient with me because this is a long video. It's going to be a lot that I'm going to talk about. So basically our role, like I keep mentioning, is that our traffic police. And even though we have no enforcement power, we have statutory power of a traffic police, and that being able to direct traffic, to redirect or reroute traffic, we can actually override motorists' right of passage. We can override traffic signal, we can override road markings, we can override road signs in the interest of extricating vehicles out of a mess, for example traffic congestion, in order to in the interest of time, extricate the motorists stuck in a jam. We can actually ask them to follow a particular line of traffic. It can be a conventional or unconventional way, which I'll touch on later. I'll start you examples of what we do on the ground. Okay, so first I want to touch on is the Road Traffic Act 1961, and that is where you can find our statutory powers. Okay, specifically for us, our statutory power can be found in Road Traffic Act 1961, Section 142, subsection Bravo 1 and Bravo 2, B1, B2, and Section 120, subsection 1 Alpha, 1 Bravo, subsection 2, subsection 3, subsection 4, as well as Section 143, subsection 9. I'll touch on those. Now for ASO, we call it ASO, authorization of security officers, or authorized security officers, ASO, which in bracket we call TMO, or traffic management officer. But like I said, the role is the same. Don't care who is doing it. Police, traffic police, APO, SAFPU, military police traffic officer, military police traffic riders, can be ASO. We are all traffic warden. The role is the same. It's traffic warden. Directing traffic on the road is traffic warden. Okay, so Specifically for us, ASO, our statutory power is found in 142 Bravo 1 Bravo 2, where it states very clearly, outline the authorization of security officers, and we are authorized by the Deputy Commissioner of the Police, or the authority to regulate traffic on the roads. And Bravo 2, 142 Bravo, that's 142 Bravo 1. 142 Bravo 2 specifically states that while on duty in uniform, donned in uniform, ASO when donned in uniform regulating traffic have to abide by and comply to directive given by the Deputy Commissioner of the Police or the authority. So our statutory power, our authorization is to regulate traffic. We are authorized to regulate traffic. This can be found in 142 Bravo 1. We are authorized by the Deputy Commissioner of the Police Authority. And in okay, let's talk about 143 subsection 9. 143 subsection 9 specifically entails for this events traffic control. So it says very clearly that all road users, don't care whether you're a driver, cyclist, pedestrian, all road users have to obey and comply to the direction and instruction of a traffic warden. Again, traffic warden can be police, traffic police, employee of authority, security officer, this form. And I'll expound more on that in the next section 120. Okay, so basically you have to comply to instruction. If we say stop, if we issue you a stop order, you have to stop. If we instruct you to follow a particular line of traffic, whether conventional or unconventional way, you have to follow our instruction to follow the traffic. Failure to do so, it is traffic offence, thereby render you guilty of a traffic offence or traffic violation. Now, in section 120, for this, pursuant to section 120, subsection 1 alpha 1 bravo, subsection 2, 3, and 4, for this particular section under provision of this act, basically all these are police order, meaning to say that this has been mandated and you have to follow. As a road user, you have to obey and comply. Failure to do so is interference to our work, which is an offence, and we can actually take action against you. Like I said, we may not have enforcement power, but we have all this body-worn camera footage evidence, videography evidence, which we can then submit to relevant authority, Land Transport Authority, LTA, or traffic police. Okay, and they can follow up from there. So basically all this police order mandated, and every road user is supposed to obey and comply to instructions. Failure to do so is interference. Okay, for this particular section under this provision of under the provision of this act, basically 120 states, pursuant to this section, all road users must obey and comply to traffic direction and signs, and obey and comply to the instruction and direction of a traffic warden on site, on the road, directing traffic. Okay, so 1 alpha states very clearly that 1 alpha is for vehicles. Okay, so vehicle, anyone operating or propelling a motorized vehicle on a motorway. When we say vehicle, it means something that can, a mode of transport that brings you from point A to point B over a distance, and you're using the motorway, you're using the road, right? So any individual propelling or operating a motorized vehicle along a motorway have to obey and comply to the given direction of a traffic warden. If we issue a stop order, you have to follow. If we instruct you to follow a particular line of traffic, you have to follow. Failure to do so is a traffic offence. Now, this is where I want to address the issue of micro-mobility users, meaning cyclists. Okay, let's talk about cyclists first. Cyclists, You may think that bicycle is not a vehicle. Bicycle is a vehicle. It is a self-powered, human-powered, single-track vehicle that takes you from point A to point B. It's a mode of transport that takes you from point A to point B over a distance. And you are also sharing the same motorway with other road users, with other motorists propelling or operating a motorized vehicle. So you are also using a vehicle. So 1 alpha applies to you as well. If you think that you can cycle according to the current cycling laws here, you can do what you want, but you pass by a work site due to narrowed lanes, I can actually override you and tell you, look, for your safety and for the safety and due consideration of other road users, you have to comply to my instruction. Keep to the leftmost lane, one single file, one at a time. No more two abreast, that kind of situation. I want one single file, one at a time, leftmost lane, 5 in a row. First 5 go, then the next 5 go. Is for your safety. I can actually override you and tell you that you have to comply. So same for other road users like those. I mean, you see a lot of them on the road. So PMD, PAB, also PMA, all this nonsense. So you see them on the road, and there's hardly any enforcement officers catching them in broad daylight as well as at night also. Like you see a lot of them all around. Okay, so basically 1 alpha will apply to all of you, as long as you are using the tarmac, the motorway, the road, you will fall under 1 alpha. All of you have to comply to our instruction. If you say stop, you have to stop. If you say follow a particular line of traffic, you have to follow a particular line of traffic. Okay, so particular line of traffic can be conventional, meaning follow traffic sign, follow road marking, but sometimes it can be the other way. We can go the unconventional way, which is, let's say for example, we bi-directional, picture this situation, roadworks on a bi-directional lane, in and out, two-way only, in, out, 2 lanes, bi-directional lanes, separated by one single continuous white strip of line. So if we close the entry lane, it will be contraflow, 2-way traffic on a single lane carriageway on the exit. Or if we close the exit lane coming on, that means in and out, 2-way traffic is on the entry lane. So meaning to say that even vehicles coming out have to use the entry lane. That's the unconventional way, which we will go against the flow of traffic, flow the direction of the road markings and road signs, which is legal if we are present on site authorizing that move. On your own, if you can go on your own and do it, is an unauthorized move. It is a traffic offence. There will be 6 demerit points, $200, and $250 for light and heavy vehicle because you go against traffic flow. But if you're on site because of road work and we authorize the movement, you are safe, no problem. So that's what I mean by follow a particular line of traffic. It can be that. Another situation can be when we close the slip road and there's no way it can filter out. So you have to do the unauthorized turn, right, at the junction, do a very steep left turn, right, at the yellow box there, and then do it this way, right. If you do on your own, it is unauthorized move. But on our part, if we are there to assist you, to extricate you out, and we actually authorize a move, it is not an unauthorized move. It's actually permitted. We allow. So that's what we mean by we can do it the unconventional way. I'm just giving an example. Unconventional way where we don't follow the road markings or the road signs, but we follow a particular line of traffic according to the traffic warden's instruction. So I hope you understand where I'm coming from. Now let's go back to the cyclist thing. So if let's say you are cycling on the road and if you are PAB or whatever micro mobility user, you fall under 1 alpha. But if you suddenly dismount from your bicycle, you go to the pedestrian crossing, signalized pedestrian crossing, right, and you press the button, right, you will fall under 1 bravo, which is pedestrian. Suddenly your status becomes from cyclist to a pedestrian, and 1 bravo 6 specifically is for pedestrian. Pedestrian have to obey and comply to our instruction as well, to follow a particular line of traffic or come to a stop. If we issue stop order, you will stop. If we ask you to follow a particular line of traffic, you have to follow a particular line of traffic. You have to obey and comply to our instructions in relation to pedestrian or pedestrian and road users, other road users, meaning other drivers, riders and all that. Okay, so this is for you guys. 1 alpha, 1 bravo, driver, riders, those operating vehicle, cyclists, micro mobility users, and 1 bravo is pedestrian. So same with pedestrian jaywalking. We can tell you this is within 50 meters of a controlled junction. You are not supposed to cross here, and we can actually tell you to use the pedestrian crossing. You have to follow. You have to take our advice seriously, because if you don't, if you die never mind. You go and sabo other road users, and then let's say you dash across, you jaywalk, you J dash. or you just cycle across, or you dash across, and then there's oncoming vehicle and they didn't see you because you come up from a blind spot, and then the driver will be penalized. He'll be punished because of you, under Road Traffic Act difference. If he's speeding, he'll be punished under 63. If he's not speeding, just going at regular speed, but he failed to see you and he failed to detect you, right, like he knocked you down and you die, right, then he's punishable under 64 and 65, not yielding to road users and causing grievous hurt. So you're sabotaging them. So my advice would be to use a pedestrian crossing for your own safety, as well as for the safety and due consideration of other road users. You don't want to jeopardize other people, you don't want to sabo others, because what if that person driving that car is your father or your mother, your family, or someone close to you, your loved ones, your husband, your wife, and I'm sure you don't want that to happen to your own family, right? So for the sake of not sabotaging other people, please use the pedestrian crossing, signalized pedestrian crossing, and cross when it is time to cross. And when we say use a pedestrian crossing, it don't mean green light, pedestrian crossing green light, right? I prematurely cross before the green light, it's okay. No, it's still jaywalking, because you are not crossing at the signalized pedestrian crossing. You're not crossing within that zone, that pedestrian crossing. You are crossing before that. So even though green light, you still cross, green man, you still cross, but it's before the signalized pedestrian crossing, you're still jaywalking. That is still jaywalking. Okay, so I don't want to delve too much into this, but just know that our statutory power lies in this section 120, 1 alpha, 1 bravo. We can tell you, we can override you. Now, section 120 subsection 2 states very clearly, when a traffic warden is directing traffic at a junction, regardless of the traffic signals that you see, we can override the traffic signals. Even though the traffic signal indicate otherwise, we can override the traffic signal in order to extricate vehicle, in order to decongest traffic and to declutter the mess as a result of the traffic congestion build-up. Most likely because of road closure and all that, due to roadworks, LTA roadworks, there's a long line of vehicles, because of lane closure, so all the vehicles squeeze into maybe 1 or 2 lanes, merge into 1 or 2 lanes. So it's a long line, and always, a lot of jam, that sort of thing. And then, so we can, for the sake, right, override traffic. We can flush out vehicles and override traffic signals. So that is what I mean by irregardless of the traffic signals that you see, you have to follow our instruction. We can actually override it. So it states very clearly, it's under subsection 2, section 120 subsection 2. When you see a traffic warden directing traffic at a junction, right, during the course of his duty, regulating traffic, enforcing traffic regulation, servicing road users, regardless what the traffic signal is, whether is it green, if he says stop, means you stop. If he issue a all universal, all direction stop signal, that means in front, behind, left side, right side, north, south, east, west, all got to stop, you have to stop. Even though the signal says red, but he asks you to go, because he stopped all the direction and he asking you to go, ask your particular lane to clear, because you all are jamming up, right? And he wants to, for the sake of extricating vehicle, in order to declutter the mess, in order to decongest traffic congestion, he can actually override at a junction, override traffic signal and ask you to go and clear until near 99.9999999% or 100% clear. So we can actually override traffic signal. We must, you guys must not forget, we have the statutory power as a traffic police to direct traffic, redirect traffic. Meaning we can reroute motorists. We don't want you to go here. In the interest of time, to save you the mess of being stuck here in this congestion, we can ask you to reroute, go on an alternate diversion route, get out here faster, so that you don't have to jam up here. Otherwise, more and more vehicles will clutter up and jam up. Okay, we can reroute motorists. We can override motorists' right of passage. Meaning, if let's say we understand that you are on the main road, but because of roadworks and the side road, right, side road jamming up, even though, yes, technically you have the right of the way, you clear first, but because we want to clear the side road, we will stop the main road, we will extricate the side road vehicles outbound, clear them first, so we can override motorist route of passage. We can also override traffic signals, as mentioned just now under Road Traffic Act Section 120, subsection 2. We can also override road signs and road markings in situations such as two-way access contraflow and closure of slip road and all that. We can go against the norm. We can do it the unconventional way, to follow a particular line of traffic in the unconventional way. So we can do all that. Okay, so you have to know that. Okay, so that's for subsection 2 lah. We can actually override the traffic signal. Even though signal indicate otherwise, we can override it. Our instruction, our direction take precedence and priority over the traffic signals that you see. Okay. The next one I'll talk about is subsection 3, which says that if signages are erected and placed by roadsides to delineate and to mark out and guide certain vehicular movement, you have to follow. Failure to conform to the signages, to the direction, and to the road signs is a traffic offence. Example, again, same thing, bi-directional lane, two-way in and out, separated by one continuous white straight line. Imagine road closure on the, let's say, going out as they approach the junction, it forms up, let's say maybe two lanes, two lane. One is turning left and one is going straight or turning right. But we close one of the lane, we close one of the lane, so they all have to exit through one lane, and they'll either turn left at the discretion junction or go straight or turn right from there. Alright, but because of we close the one lane, right, we put buffer zone, we put cones and the advanced warning sign and the caution words ahead, keep left signage, right, to delineate traffic to keep to the left. But let's say there's a long queue, then the driver behind, he want to be funny, right? He want to, in the interest of time, save time, right? He know got this kind of situation. He want to cut queue, So you know what he do? He cut across on the opposite direction, on the opposite lane where the vehicle's coming down this way. So he's going against traffic flow. He's not following the signage. He's not following the traffic sign and the direction with which he should go. And there's a traffic warden standing there, encouraging you to go in that direction, but you go against that traffic flow. That would be a traffic offence. Firstly, you go against the flow of traffic. That is one traffic offence. 6 demerit point, $200 or $250 for light or heavy vehicle going against opposite direction, going against the flow of direction, traffic direction. And because you're going against the flow of direction, you are obstructing traffic. 4 demerit points, $150 or $200 for light or heavy vehicles. Failure to obey and comply to traffic warden instruction to follow that direction, 3 demerit point, $150 or $200 for light or heavy vehicles. So that's at least about 3 already. And because you're going against the flow of traffic and there's oncoming traffic going this way, they'll be like, what the hell's going on? Why I'm coming this way, now got this driver come here, wow, almost knocked me in. So that's careless driving and endangering life. So that's 6 demerit point, $200 or $250 for light or heavy vehicles. So as you can see, there's already at least got 4 traffic offence. At least got 4 already. And there may be more, not limited to this. So that's what we mean by when we erect signages and markings for you to delineate traffic, to guide certain vehicular movement to go in that direction. Right? If you fail to conform, that's a traffic offence. Now in subsection 4, section 120 subsection 4, it says that failure for road user to comply to subsection 1 alpha, 1 bravo, subsection 2, subsection 3 is committing a traffic offence, a traffic violation. Failure to obey and comply to subsection 1, 2, 3 and 4 renders you guilty of a traffic offence or traffic violation. Therefore, renders you guilty of traffic violation. Therefore, makes you a traffic violator. So, I hope this, after explaining all this, expounding all this to you, you are more clearer about the situation. Okay, so I've talked about section 142 Bravo 1 and 2, our statutory power. I've talked about section 143 subsection 9 events traffic control, which is the same also in section 1201 Alpha 1 Bravo 2, 3, 4. Basically, you guys have to obey and comply to our instruction. If we say stop, if we issue a stop order, you have to stop. If we ask you to follow a particular line of traffic, you have to follow a particular line of traffic. Failure to do so is a traffic offence. 3 demerit points, $150 or $200 for light or heavy vehicles. Okay, that's a composition fine. Now, under what kind of circumstances or situation will you see us traffic warden on the road? Let me name several, but these are not limited to, again, but this is based on my experience. Okay, number 1, roadworks, LTA, Land Transport Authority roadworks. Due to road construction and all that, we need to set up, the infrastructure and all that on the ground, right? We do trail hole, we do pipe laying, cable towing and all that, all kinds of roadworks, all that require traffic warden to be on the ground to direct traffic. And our job is not stand there do nothing. A lot of you guys will think that, what's there to do? The traffic light is green, the motorists can use their eyes see for themselves. What's there to direct? Wrong. Your job is to direct traffic. If you think that way, then you are pulling down the image and the reputation of a traffic warden. You are not fit to be a traffic warden. Our role is that of a traffic police, so take pride in your work. Our role is there to direct traffic. When we see oncoming vehicle, straight away you know in the highway code it says already, common sense will tell you, slow down vehicle as you're approaching a work zone. Hit speed limit to 30. Okay, 30 is a bit too slow lah, but slow down the speed limit. Okay, average speed is 50 ma. So as you approach a work zone, maybe you want to go slower a bit. Keep to 1 car length spacing also is not very practical, right? Even though in theory we learn. But at least have a buffer zone in case you need to brake, slam brake. Because in the event of work zone, sometimes you have a lot of movement up and down, blind spots and movements that you don't see. So you will need to stop. Eventually we will also need you to stop. So you need to slow down anyway. Okay, so our job as traffic warden, when we see oncoming traffic approaching, right, we need to alert them, slow down oncoming vehicles, and divert them if necessary. So it's always A as the alert, slow down, reduce speed limit, divert traffic if necessary, extricate traffic if necessary, service road users if necessary. That means also helping pedestrians to cross when pedestrians will cross. Make sure that drivers don't run the red light, drivers don't dash ahead when it's time for pedestrians to cross during the green man, things like that. Also to regulate traffic and enforce traffic regulation. You understand what I'm saying, right? Our role is that of a traffic police, very diverse. Okay, so there's a lot to do. You are basically managing lives on the road. If you take away all the vehicles, all the motorbike, all the PAD, PMD, PMA, bicycle, scooter, whatever, you are basically seeing human lives all around working, including our work zone. You take away all the excavator, all the crane, all the you remove the trench, you remove the water barrier. It's basically human life all on the road. Your role is very, very important. You play a very crucial, pivotal role in the grand scheme of all things to ensure road safety tantamount to zero accident. You're taking care of lives. Basically, you're a captain of life. Do you know that? So when I say this, you should feel more empowered to treat your job more professionally, to step up and to take up the mantle to really lead and to really take care of lives, make sure no accident happen, that kind of thing. Coming from a point of view of taking care of human lives on the road. So it's very important. You are a captain of life. You're basically managing lives on the road as playing the role of a traffic warden, I'm telling you. Okay, so let me go back to the examples of what are the kind of situation we do. Road works, you will see us around. Whenever there is road traffic accident, vehicular breakdown resulting in traffic congestion, because maybe there's a new shopping mall, maybe people flock there, maybe people come out, and then vehicle come out to the main road, all jam, no weekend, that sort of nonsense, Orchard Road, whatever, example. So these are situations: road works, road traffic accident, vehicular breakdown, traffic congestion. But there's also more. There's also things like traffic light outage, traffic light power outage, traffic signal go haywire, inconsistency. We can also come in to play the role of traffic police to direct traffic, to divert traffic, to override traffic. And we need to override traffic in certain instances. You cannot say, you cannot say that is only the role of a APO, auxiliary police. No, this is our role. Nowhere does it say in the Road Traffic Act, Section 120, that only APO can do junction and the ASO cannot do junction. That's bullshit. Okay, so basically, we can also, extricate vehicles when it comes to traffic signal haywire or traffic light outage. Then there's also such a thing as, example, emergency vehicles, let's say ambulance, right, fire brigade, police vehicles, when they are on siren mode, when you see the warning light activated, siren mode activated, making a loud noise, yes, we can actually pave the way, what I call pave the way for them, pave the way by overriding traffic, stop all the traffic at the junction, and then extricating them out of the way so that they can respond to emergency time faster, so that they can have a faster, shorter and quicker emergency response time in order to save life. Okay, so that's our role. So we can actually do that. Okay, and we can also respond to last minute urgent emergency repair works. Example, water pipe burst, like the Tessenson Road recent one. Last time also got Vivo City under the Keppel Viaduct, and the Sentosa Gateway Vivo City intersection there under the Keppel Viaduct, water pipe burst, and we were actually deployed to go there to direct traffic, to regulate traffic down there. So it's possible we can come in as well. Then also you have emergency, last minute emergency rescue works. Like example, months back there was this crane, the mobile crane that toppled over the van in Sengkang, and also the gold bus that got impaled by prime mover with trailer bed loading those rebars, those reinforcement bars, and the bus got impaled by the reinforcement bars, and it happened at this where's that, Jalan Besar by Rochor Road intersection. We can also respond to such rescue works and to direct traffic or to divert traffic and to override traffic in order to extricate vehicles from a traffic congestion. We can reroute them, we can actually override traffic in order to clear traffic congestion. So basically that is what we can do. These are the examples of what we can do. And let me tell you, because I forgot about this, and that's to give you the example of the list of personnel that can actually direct traffic on the road, that can actually regulate traffic on the road. Those who can regulate traffic on the road is mentioned in section 120, subsection 1, okay, mentioned in 142 Bravo 1. It says very clearly that police, traffic police, employer of authority and security officer are authorized to regulate traffic on the road. But let me just brief you a little bit more. Police got two kinds, auxiliary police and SPF police. So when we talk about police, traffic police, that is one. Then we are talking about the employer of authority. This is where they fall in. Employer of authority meaning auxiliary police force, ATOS, Certis Cisco, auxiliary police officer, APO. APO in bracket EO. APO enforcement officer, those that go on bike. They can regulate traffic as well. When we talk about APO, auxiliary police officer, regular APO also can regulate traffic. So you have two kinds of APO and APO bracket EO, enforcement officer, that go on a bike. Those can regulate traffic as well. Then we talk about LTA, Land Transport Authority, the very guys who sanction us to marshal on the roads. These guys can also regulate traffic on the road. And these guys are LTA traffic marshal and LTA enforcement officer. Basically those traffic outrider that go on a bike, go out there. Okay, they can also direct traffic, regulate traffic. And employer of authority also include our guys from SAFPU, Singapore Armed Forces Provost Unit, basically military police traffic outriders, what we call MPTO, military police traffic outriders. So basically they can also direct traffic. In fact, I forgot to mention one thing, and that's escort. In the especially for ATOS, Certis Cisco, and SAFPU, MPTOs, military police traffic orders, they also do escort. MPTOs also can direct traffic when it comes to accident, and can also do escort. So escort is one of the things. Escorting. Have you seen those like escort when they are doing like on Keppel Viaduct at late night or in the day? You see like police like looking personnel, traffic outrider doing escort for dangerous elements or whatever the truck is carrying on, something, or maybe doing escort, yeah. So they also do escort. So MPTO also do escort, and escort is one of the duties we can also be doing. If you are a security traffic outrider or a mobile response officer on a bike traffic outrider, you can also do escort. Escort is one of the duties, escorting. That's when you need to regulate traffic when it comes to junction override traffic, so that you can let your VIP and all that clear first. VIP or whatever thing that you are escorting go first, then traffic resume back to normal. I'm not sure if you've seen the kind of situation. It's very common in the past, now not so lah. But if you have, it'll be good to see lah. It's quite interesting lah. It's quite how should I say? Yeah, it's something that you can see once in a while. So yes, these are the situation that you find us out there on the roads doing in in the course of our duty as traffic warden regulating traffic, this is what we can do. All the kind of situation that I mentioned just now, right until emergency rescue works. Okay, so escort, emergency rescue work, emergency repair works. You also have the paving the way for emergency vehicles to clear, ambulance, fire brigade, police vehicles. Then you also have traffic light outage, traffic signal go haywire, that sort of thing. Then you also have vehicular breakdown, traffic congestion, road traffic accident, road works. All these are what we can do. Our role is very diverse. We can come in and we can play the role of traffic police to do all that. And basically, as I mentioned, all the employer of authority, all the way to SAFPO. Basically, you got police, traffic police, you got LTA guys, LTA enforcement officer, LTA traffic marshal, APO guys, right? APO, EO enforcement officer, traffic outriders. You got the SAFPO military police traffic outrider, MPTO. You got security traffic outrider, STO, or MRO, mobile response officer. Basically ASO lah, authorized security officer. TMO, traffic management officer, or what I used to call traffic warden, security traffic warden. Regardless who is doing it, the role is traffic warden. Regardless who is doing it, the role is traffic warden. The job is traffic control, traffic management, traffic marshalling. Traffic management, traffic marshalling, traffic control is the work we are doing, the verb, the action. The noun is the person performing the action, which is traffic warden. So I hope you guys can see where I'm coming from, the big picture where I'm seeing, and that's where I say, I see myself as a traffic warden, not as a traffic controller, not as a traffic marshal, not as a traffic management officer, but as a traffic warden. And so after explaining to you the Road Traffic Act section, expounding on section 143, subsection 9, 142, Bravo 1, Bravo 2, section 120, subsection 1, 2, 3, and 4, I hope you guys have a clearer mental picture of the Road Traffic Act 1961 pertaining to our cause, which I'm willing to live and die for, which I've already embodied and become and live and die, ready to live and die for this cause. I hope that you guys have a clear picture of what we are doing here. And it is so important to obey and comply to instruction. Not that we want to be guailan you and get angry, that sort of thing. But because if we fail to comply to instruction, a lot of things can happen. Accident can happen, which is what we don't want. Once accident happen, it become our responsibility. This is not a job, it's a role and responsibility. Like I said, this is not a job, it is a role and responsibility. Accident happen is going to look very bad on us. Our license can kantong also. So we don't want this kind of thing to happen. We want to ensure road safety tantamount to zero accident, or we want to ensure zero accident tantamount to road safety. Everything is safe on the ground. Everyone enjoy commuting on the ground, enjoy your experience on the road. We try to lessen the burden and try to get you out of the mess to road closure and all that, right? Jamming up and everything. We try to lessen your waiting time by extricating you guys, by flushing vehicles, overriding traffic. But we seek your kind cooperation to be patient with us and not get angry. We seek your kind cooperation to comply to instruction, because if we don't follow, if accident happen, the first thing I'll do is I'll write my police statement, police report on you, saying that one liner only. Owner, driver or license plate Sierra Lima Tango 5635 Echo, example, cause an accident, failure to comply to traffic warden instruction, 1 traffic offence rate, 3 demerit point, $150 for your case, small vehicle, $150. Alright, never give way to oncoming traffic at uncontrolled junction, example, 4 demerit point, $150 for your case. Okay, go against the traffic flow when I never authorize it, 6 demerit point, $200 for a small vehicle. And because you're going against traffic flow, you're obstructing traffic, right? 4 demerit point, $150. And because you are doing such a stupid thing, careless driving and endangering life, and there's oncoming traffic coming, right? 6 demerit point, $200 also. Okay, for careless driving and endangering life on the road. So at least you can see already, there's at least got 5 traffic offences already. In a simple mistake that you make like that, which I'm trying to save you save you from getting into the trouble of committing this traffic offence. I'm trying to save you from doing that. You fail to comply to my instruction, you just want to go ahead without me authorizing the move, and you go ahead. That would have cost you so much already, especially if you are P-plate someone. You're under probation, you dare to be so guailan and still do some stupid thing. You deserve to be flamed. Okay, so you deserve to be roasted, all in good humour. Okay, so basically that is what I'm trying to say lah. In the gist of it is I want to prevent deter road traffic accident, and I do my part. So I seek your kind cooperation to also obey and comply to our instruction to ensure road safety, because it's not just your safety, it's safety of the passenger in your car, your loved ones, and as well as the safety of all other road users in the road surrounding you. Not just you don't be so selfish, you don't think of your convenience and you shoot out on it. It's also due to the convenience and safety and the due consideration of other road users on coming traffic. Myself standing down there, putting my life on the line there. God, putting myself on the line in the middle of the road as the safety buffer for all you guys, directing traffic to ensure safety for all of you and to prevent accident, and you dare to want to chong and want to knock me down. If that happens, I'll be very nasty to you. That's all I can say. Okay, so because I put my life on the line, I expect that everyone also would comply to instruction and to follow safety. Otherwise, I will take action against you. That's for sure. And I won't let it rest. Okay, so because I put my life on the line to ensure road safety, I'm playing the safety buffer and the physical presence and the physical measure to deter accident. I put my life on the line in the center to deter accident. Therefore, I expect you to also comply and to play safe. When I give clearance, then you go, and not you go on your own and you disregard my instruction. So I hope that all you users who've seen this video understand where I'm coming from and will comply to our instruction, obey and comply to our instruction for safety. Not just your safety, but the safety of passenger and loved one in your car, as well as for my safety, safety of the workers on the road, the road construction crew, safety of other road users as well, pedestrian and other vehicles approaching. Okay, please don't be so selfish and think for yourself. Especially with just a P plate, still under probation. You got so many traffic offences, you still want to do this kind of stupid thing. Cannot imagine. So anyway, that's what I'm trying to say. It's all for safety. I'm not here to flex my power, flex my muscle at you. It's really I just want you to play safe. And I'm not shouting. I never shout. I only project my voice. Why? Because it's a very noisy environment. All the hacking, drilling on the ground by the excavator operator cause a lot of noise. There's a lot of noise outside. People talking. There's cars driving past, and honking and all that. So there's too much noise, and you are inside your vehicle with your window wide up, playing music talking on your phone, talking to the passenger in your car. You probably can't hear what I'm saying. So I'm projecting my voice. I'm using my dantian, my diaphragm to project my voice, not shout. But because you fail to comply to my instruction, therefore I have to project my voice a little louder to be firm and assertive. Why? Because our role is a public facing role, it's a confrontational role. A public facing role, confrontational role, you cannot be afraid to confront people. You cannot be afraid to offend people. Confrontation is the norm. Therefore, we need to be firm, assertive, competent, confident. Correct? We need to lead with presence, confidence, and authority. Our role leading with confidence, authority, and presence. Be firm, be assertive, be confident, be competent. And when we are assertive, we got to be firm. We cannot be telling you, sir, don't let that, cannot let please now for your safety. Then what are we for? Then you take us for a ride. So we need to be firm. Okay, it's not rude. Nothing to do with rude. In fact, when you say rude, straight away in my mind, I'm thinking you are in the wrong way. You just want to flip prata, right? You know that I catch you already. You just want to get off the hook and then turn around and say that I'm rude. But actually, no, I'm not rude. You are in the wrong. You don't try and change the topic. Don't try and get off the hook. Okay, your traffic offence has been caught already by my eyes, really. Visible to the naked eye. I can see really how many traffic offences you committed. Some are all recorded down on my body-worn camera. So all this is captured down and cannot escape one. Also, I just hope that you guys will obey and comply to our instruction. It's very, very important for your safety. Now, I think I've talked long enough. This video is going to be about 50 minutes already, and I love to talk a lot, I love to share, and it feels so good to share and teach the world. All this is, like I said, to educate and to create awareness to road users. So hopefully after watching this video, you guys gain more insights and wisdom, gold nuggets of tiny wisdoms and life's important lessons. All this is very important. Obey and comply to our instruction for your safety. For your safety, please comply. That's all I want to address. That's all I want to say to all road users out there. Finally, the take-home message in closing. And in closing, I close with this. I hope that, the roads is a shared public space. Everyone is using the road, right? So please play your part. exercise sheer responsibility and care, exercise due consideration and safety for not just yourself but for also for the due consideration of other road users, not just for yourself but for other road users, because you're not the only one. Don't think that I pay road tax, I live here, this is my house, this is my road, I drive how I want. No, 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 no. Everyone on the road is the same rank. I don't care who you are. I don't care you live in a private estate, this is your road. No, 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 no such thing. You don't drive however you want. Everyone same rank on the road. Everyone is the same on the road, regardless, no status one. There's no rank, race, religion that divide us. On the road, everyone is the same. You treat everyone equally. Doesn't mean I pay road tax, I pay income tax, I drive how I want. No, the road is a public space, shared public space for shared commuters. Therefore, for all commuters and for all road users to enjoy our commuting experience, please exercise sheer responsibility and drive or ride or use the roads carefully and safely for the due consideration of other road users. It's basically what I'm trying to say here. And I think this is the end of the video. I really think I need to end this video. I'm going to talk too much until almost 1 hour, so I'm very thirsty and tired, and I think I need to drink more water now. Just stand off from duty not long ago, but I felt the compelling need. I felt compelled to make this video because I think it's high time that somebody does this video, because no one in Singapore has ever done a video like this to expound on the role, the crucial, the pivotal, important role of a traffic warden we play in the grand scheme of all things to ensure road safety, to service road users, to regulate traffic and to enforce traffic regulation, to tantamount to zero accident, in order to achieve zero accident and ensure road safety for all road users. So I hope that you guys can take my message seriously and can comply to our instruction. Next time you see us, please say hi and smile, don't argue with us, and just obey and comply, and your life will be good. I can guarantee you that. Okay, I just want to end here. I think I've gone too long already, and I just want to say thank you very much for viewing for viewing this video. I hope that you've gained valuable insights and gold nuggets of tiny wisdom to benefit you. Next time when you're on the roads, do be careful, be safe, and remember my golden advice now, please, to obey and comply to our instruction when you see us. It's really for your safety, Thank you very much. Okay, I'll end here. Thank you very much for viewing. Thank you. God bless. Thank you.